Good day. Welcome to One-on-One Maths Private Tutors. Today we start on this topic on geometrical construction. The first thing we are going to do is to learn how to measure angles. The instrument we use to measure angles is called a protractor. We are going to use a 180-degree protractor. This is a 180-degree protractor. So how is it graduated? This protractor has an inside scale and an outside scale. We have to understand in which situations we have to use an inside scale and an outside scale. Let's say, for example, we have two lines meeting at a point. This line and this line. We might want to measure the angle formed by these two lines, which is this angle here. How do we use a protractor to do that? So we make sure that the zero line, this is the zero line, base of the protractor is directly on one of the lines. So we can turn our protractor, and this center line is exactly where the two lines meet. Our zero line should sit directly on the line. Make sure it's just sits on the line so that the zero line is in line with one of the sides, and the center line is where the two lines meet. So now how do we measure the angle? This angle from the zero line, we start going up. So we use the outside scale because zero is starting there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is exactly 50 degrees. Okay. 50 degrees. So the zero line is seated on one of the sides, and then we measure from there going up. We could use this line, the zero line on this line, and then measure from there. So what we just do is to turn our compass. Make sure our zero line is there seated, and the center point is directly where the two lines meet. Now we can measure from the inside scale because zero is here. We can 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let me enlarge so we can see clearly. So now our angle is directly on 50. 40 there, 45, 50. So we can measure this angle. All right. It is still 50 degrees. So that is how we use our protractor from the mathematical set. So for O level, you are required to have a mathematical set, which you will use in paper 1 for geometrical constructions. Okay, let's look at this question. Measure angle PQR. Now we take our protractor, turn it around, make sure the center point is directly where the two lines meet, and our zero line is on one of the lines. Now we can measure this angle. So which scale should we use here? We should use one starting from 0 on this line, because this one is ending at 180 there. So 0, 10, 20, 30, and we go around like that. We can see our angle is here. What value do we read off from here? This is around 110, 115, 116. Yes, 116 degrees. So this is 116 degrees, this angle from here to there. So try to be as accurate as possible and choose the right scale to measure your angle. Okay, most mistakes occur when choosing the scale. Make sure you are starting from 0, going up, not from 180. Okay, let's look at this question. Measure angle A. We know we cannot measure angle A because it is reflex. Our protractors commonly can measure up to 180 degrees. But what do we know? This whole angle from here going around and back is 360 degrees. So if we measure this angle here, we could subtract it from 360 degrees and get the value of A. We measure this angle using our protractor, this small angle using our protractor, this acute angle using our protractor so that we can subtract from 360 and get the reflex angle. So again, you take our protractors, make sure the center point is directly where the two lines meet, and the 0 line is sitting there. Our 0 is here. This is our 0. We can't use this because it's 180. So we use where it's 0. So our angle, we can measure it from there, 10, 20, 30. Then we'll see where this is aligning. So we can see it's 50, 1, 2, 3 degrees, almost 54. So we can say 53 degrees. So our angle here, 53 degrees. Now to get A, we simply say 360 minus 53, which will give us 307 degrees. So that's how we carry out this calculation. Okay, we move on. Constructing a triangle using a ruler and a protractor. So we need a ruler and a protractor. These are the things we will use. What you need to do is to measure and draw lines and angles accurately. The included angle is the angle between two given sides. So if you have, let's say, this side and that side, and this angle is included because it is between the two sides. Let's go to this question. Make an accurate drawing of this triangle. 40 degrees is the included angle between AC and AB. So we want to construct this triangle as accurately as possible. What we need first is a ruler. Take our ruler. We just draw a straight line, and then I will choose a point on the line, this point there, measure from there 3.5 centimeters. So 3.5 is here. I would put my 3.5 centimeters there. That is 3.5 from here to there. 3.5 centimeters. Now I would like to measure this angle there. So I take my protractor, put it right there. Make sure center point is directly where the line starts and is lying flat on the 3.5 centimeter line. Then what I would do is take a measurement of 40 degrees. We are using this 0, not that one. This is 180, so we don't want to use this one. I would use this 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 is here. So this is where we take this as my point. Then I would remove the protractor, take my ruler, connect this point to that point, and then draw a straight line through that point. This angle here is 40 degrees. What I need is to measure 4 centimeters. Take my ruler, the 0 should be there where the lines meet, and measure off 4 centimeters here. Now I can use my ruler to join these 2 points, the 3.5 and the 4 centimeter mark. Now my ruler is in line. I can join those 2 points. That is the construction of this. Now this line from here, A, B, is 3.5 centimeters. A, C is 4 centimeters, and the included angle, which is 40 degrees. See the next question. In triangle PQR, PQ is 6 centimeters. So we can sketch this just to see. PQR, P2 is 6 centimeters. Angle RPQ, so R is somewhere there. RPQ, which is this angle. RPQ, so it's the angle at P. RPQ is 35 degrees. Okay, and angle PQR, PQ going to R is what? 29 degrees. Construct triangle PQR. Again, we take our instruments. I would start with my ruler, draw a horizontal line, mark the point P. So I'll call this point P. Then measure 6 centimeters from P. Make sure my 0 point on the ruler is exactly on P. 6 centimeters, go to 6 centimeters, mark 6 centimeters on the line. So we can call this point Q, RPQ. So this angle at P is 35 degrees. Make sure our protractor is directly on that point. Okay, we want 35 degrees. We use this outer scale, which is starting at 0, 10, 20, 35. Exactly there. That's where 35 is. We take our ruler, join these 2 points, P and the 35 degree point. Then we join with a straight line once we align this point to that point. A line through it, what we just want is the angle. Our angle here is 35 degrees. Then we go to Q, PQR, which means PQ and R somewhere there is 29 degrees. We take our protractor, line it up. So we want 29 degrees. We use this scale now. This is 30. 1 before 30 is 29. So we want this point here. 25, 29, just before 30. We now take our ruler and join this point to Q. So it looks very well aligned. Now we can draw a straight line through there. And we know this angle is 29 degrees. Okay, so we can now put our R there. Okay, that's how you construct using a protractor and a ruler. Thank you.